Okay, welcome back to another video. Lex Gray here. We're continuing our skirmish marathon using VSSR. This one will be a capture the base game mode, and the base itself will rotate every 3 or 5 rounds, depends. Now, we have two teams as usual. We have the Green Dudes versus the Space Marines slash Spartans, because I keep confusing the Space Marines for Spartans because I'm a Halo player at heart, but just getting into this Warhammer world very loosely, I have Space Marine figures, but I keep calling them Spartans. The green dudes are basically, I don't know. I found these minis. I think they're from Age of Sigmar. I'm not very familiar with Age of Sigmar's lore, but they look like lizard people mixed with kobolds almost, but they're green and they're wearing kind of white armor. They are all melee range. Most of the Spartans are obviously going to be um, gunners. Now, a little different with the wound count here. Basically, when a mini gets hit successfully, of course, after the save, they take their first wound, which is a yellow token. That does a -1 penalty on all rolls. Their second hit taken is a red token. That's a -2 on all rolls. On the third hit, they're out of here. They're off the field. So basically, all tokens on the field, all minis on the field, I should say, can take up to 2 hits with penalties. Third hit, they're removed. So think of them as tier 3 of my previous standards. And during the game, no more than 5 minis per side on the field. And there is a reserve on each side. So when a certain amount of minis fall on one side, they can call in 1 mini per round. We might fudge that at times. We'll see, as always. But that's pretty much it. Let's go to the board and I'll show you what I have. These pieces should look familiar. I've used them some time ago. This is from Cyberpunk Combat Zone, which I've actually never played on its own right. I've just used it as scenery, scenic pieces, and decor. So we will be using it today for our VSSR skirmish match. Now, we have this Arzaka shipping container. We have 5 total destroyed buildings, and this building right here has a little platform for our minis to climb on top. These are the green dudes that I mentioned. If you recognize this race, this faction, feel free to put down below who they are. I actually haven't really put much effort into looking it up, but I kind of like just calling them for now green dudes. Based on the rules here, we have our Star Wars counter with the house rules written down. The green dudes will be using the white die. The Space Marines slash Spartans will be using the black die. Thought I'd change up the die usage for this one. We have yellow counters for the first hit. We have red for the second hit, and obviously third hit, they're gone. And we have the same green counters for activation. Now, I will not be doing a standard D6 roll-off for the start for the first round. I'll be using these cool dice I found recently where they are actually rock, paper, scissors die. And ironically, they match with the colors. That's kind of why I chose the white and black die. They are basically, yeah, rock, paper, scissors. So that's how we'll roll off each round initiative. Okay, so when a base is on the field, which will be this marker, the group that has it is touching it, and it's not contested will claim it for 1 Nuka-Cola cap into a pile per side. That's how I will track each round if it is claimed. And like I said, depending on the chaos factor and if there is a lot of contesting, the base may move throughout this entire map. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's jump right in. First, before we do the coin toss of who goes first, Let's place our minis. House rule being 5 per side. Again, these are all short, these are all melee ranged green dudes. I'll place them all the way over here, give them a fair distance away from, obviously, a bunch of Spartan mini Space Marines I can shoot. I'll put them all the way back here, and that's it. So again, there's 5 off screen. That's the, well, actually, you might be able to see them right here on the camera. That's their reserve. So again, part of the house rule I forgot to mention, if there is one left, they can call in one on that round. But if they are all eliminated, the reserve cannot be tapped for assistance. Just remember, I might forget that. And as always, I apologize ahead of time if I miss anything, if I skip a roll, if I have to re-roll because I forgot what I rolled. But basically, with everything I'm handling, there is bound to be mistakes, though hopefully minimal. Our Spartans will start down here just off camera. I'll put them in this cover with 5 total pieces. And they also have 5 additional reserve standing by. So we have 5 shooters for the Spartans, and we have one big guy, big blue here, who I've used before, in melee. You should be able to see them just off camera. Okay, let's do the first coin toss using um, our rock, paper, scissors die. So here we go. Again, white die is the green dudes. The black die is the our Space Marines. First round is a tie, so we have to re-roll paper against paper. We once again have paper against paper, re-rolling. There we go. Rock, paper beats rock, so the green dudes will go first. Okay, so the ball is in their court. Let's spawn the base. I'm going to put it right here where I had it before, just off the side here of the shipping container. And let's do the first move. I will move this guy. He's going to run up to the objective, obviously, and everyone else will follow, kind of in a straight line, like that. Okay, that's all they can do. Again, they have no ranged items or weapons. That's it for the green dudes. Halfway through round 1, now the Space Marines make their move. Now, obviously, they don't see the, not even Big Blue underneath this little second floor can see the green dudes. They are hidden behind that shipping container. So the Space Marines are going to run up behind this shipping container. These are not units. I'm moving essentially one figure each. And there you go. This guy will jump up here, or he will lead the pack right behind the shipping container. And that's it for round 1. Not much happened, just movement. Now we move to round 2. Okay. All right. No reserve can be called, and the base remains where it is for now. Nobody is hurt. No attacks are made. Okay, let's roll off to see, coin toss to see who goes first here. Rock against rock does not work. We have to re-roll. Okay, so scissors beats paper. Once again, the green dudes will go first. Are they within range 2? They are not. They have to reach the street itself. But basically, they are going to make this bowling pin arrangement. And now we move on to the Spartans. Big Blue is going to, he sees the objective, he's going to tag it, and I'm going to flip the token here. I chose this token specifically because it has the number 11 on it. I just saw the Spinal Tap sequel, so anybody who's watching who knows Spinal Tap, you get the reference. Okay, so it is officially claimed by Big Blue, by the Space Marines, and Big Blue went. Now we have to move the others, and what they'll do is shoot. Let's move this first figure here, I forgot to put my activation tokens. Let's use this side for the Space Marines. But basically, looks like I'm going on a unit movement here. So this will be this unit here. Remember, again, I'm making them a unit temporarily because that's how they've been moving. But we've moved Big Blue already. This Space Marine is going to shoot at the front. But because I'm treating it like a unit, I will pick who dies if the shot is successful. We're rolling the Space Marine against the the green dudes. Now, with the standard rules, 4 or more is a hit. So here we go for the shot. 1 is a failure. So he has moved. Next is going to be, well, let's first make sure we can move him appropriately. I'm going to actually move him 3 inches here, and then that's all he can do. I might be able to shoot. I'd say he probably has a range. He does. Okay, so let's roll for a shot from above here on top of the canister, or top of the container. He has a vantage point. I'm going to give him a +1 on the roll. 4 with that +1 there, so 3 + 1 is 4. That's a hit. Does it land, though? Saving throw. They failed to save. So let's say this figure back here takes the first hit. Okay, so he's done his part, and now this token right here is shaken. Next, we have our 4th Spartan, who is going to move up here. He will move right behind these doors and fire at the first closest green dude. So let's roll for attack with the black die. 6 is a hit. Let's roll for the saving throw. 6 is a success, so that is no damage taken by the green dude. Okay, so our last Spartan is going to go here, but he can't shoot because I'm going to make a temporary house rule here because Big Blue is in the way. So he has done all he can. But Big Blue is currently touching the base, which means this round goes to the Space Marines. Now let's move on to round 3. All right, tokens have been removed off the board. Now we're on to round 3. Let's rock, paper, scissors, see who goes first. It looks like rock, paper, scissors. So once again, the green dudes will go first. Now they can certainly contest the base and attack Big Blue. So let's move this guy up to Big Blue, and he's going to contest the base, which means this flips to the exclamation mark, meaning nobody claims it right now. So he's going to attack with the white die, and we're rolling. 1 is a fail, so that is not a success. We'll give him the green token there. He's moved. Now this Spartan, or this green dude, will attack this Space Marine right here and roll for attack. 3 is a fail, so he's done all he can. This one is going to, well, he can't really attack because of that base, but I'd say I'm going to move him around here. Let's close that door a bit. And he's going to attack Big Blue once again, rolling for attack. 1 is a fail, another miss. Okay, this guy is going to contest the base, and then this one is going to pull up right here, can't do much. So they've all moved. All of the green dudes have moved. Now we go to the Spartans. This Spartan, Big Blue, let's move him first. He's going to attack this one right here, rolling for attack. That is a 3, that's a fail. So he has gone. It's getting a little tight here in the battle. Let's do this Space Marine right here. He's rolling for attack. 4 is a hit. Can we do a save? 1 is a fail. So, oh, I forgot to move the token here. Shoot, I forgot who this was. Let's give it to him. Okay, so this this guy gets his first yellow, and I think that's the guy I wanted to move. Him, sorry. And then he's gone. So let's move these out of the way. Okay. Next, we're going to move this Space Marine. He's going to shoot at, well, let's see. Hmm. Let's do the one closer to Big Blue right here. The same guy. So let's roll for attack with the black die. 1 is a fail. Even with the +1, which I forgot to include, it's still technically a fail. Flip this over for consistency purposes, and he has gone. Now this one is going to run up to this guy here and roll for attack. Well, I meant to use a black die, but that's fine. That still counts. Let's just flip the die here. Okay, that's what he rolled. Now can roll a saving throw. That is a 2. That's a fail. Okay, so that's his second hit for this game. He gets a red one. So all of his rolls are going to be -2. All right. Now we give him the activation token. This guy's going to run up here and attack the one that's already hurt. Let's roll for attack. Oop, that's kind of hiding on here, but I'll show you guys what it was. A 6, another 6. Okay, let's roll for defend. 4 is a success, so that means no damage to him, but still no minis have been removed from the battle. But in this round, nobody gets the base because it is currently being congested and contested. So that's it for round 3. Now let's move on to round 4. Before we continue on to round 4, which I'm going to adjust here on my counter before I forget, I want to mention that I'm working on my own custom house rules for this game, a spin-off of VSSR. I love the game VSSR. It's very adjustable. You can hack it. You can hack it as much as you want. But I'm noticing a lot of the houses I'm making in each video kind of becomes its own thing. So much like my other game that I've shelved some time ago called Perks and Quarks, which was the RPG game rules light system. I'm going to make a rules light system for a tabletop warfare game. Just wanted to let you guys know. Now, also, because the groups are very bunched up here, I'm kind of tempted to make them units. Problem is, with the yellow-red token house rule, it makes it hard to track who's attacking and who's damaged. So let's keep it as it is before I change a little too much. All right, let's get back to the board. Okay, round 4. No one has claimed anything. Let's remove our tokens and let's continue. We're going to roll out to see who goes first. I will simply roll it on the board here. Paper or rock beats paper, or sorry, rock beats scissors. This was the white die, so these guys go first. The green dudes go first. All right, so it's very congested on the highway here, so we need to figure out a plan. We want to get rid of, the green dudes want to push back as much as they can. So let's go from left to right. Let's first move this guy behind this Space Marine right here. I'll give him a +1 advantage on the roll because it's a sneak attack, and we're rolling for attack. +1, that's a 6, that's a hit. You know what? Let's roll for defense, but with a -1 because of the ambush. So here we go, -1. That is a fail. So what that means is this guy gets his first wound. Okay. Now we have to move our second green dude. I want to try something for this round. I'm not going to use activation tokens. This will be our second move for the green dudes. Okay, I have an idea. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I have an idea. I'm going to do a pile of chips representing the amount of moves I can do, actions essentially. And that way I don't have this clutter on the field with the little green tokens representing who's been activated. I'm going to move any figure I want, but basically each side has the amount of moves they can do. That's something else I might consider for my own game rules. Okay, let's use poker chips for this. So by the color, I have the white poker chips. We've already moved one uh, of the we already moved one of the green dudes, so we have four left here. I'll put the chips on the mat, and then we'll use the black poker chips for the Space Marines. I'll put them right here on the bottom of the mat. Okay? We still have the damage markers, obviously. All right. So now let's go ahead and make our second move. I'm going to spend it on the same guy, this one here attacking. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to use it for this green dude here attacking Big Blue himself. So rolling for attack. 3 is unfortunately a miss. Well, let's try another guy. I'm going to spend another poker chip to use this guy, but he has -2 because of the red token, the wound. He is technically hurt. So -2 on this roll, but he will try. Unfortunately, that's going to be nothing. Okay, we have another one. Let's move this one here. He'll attack Big Blue. 6 is a hit. We're going to roll for the saving throw. 2 is a fail, so Big Blue takes his first wound for today. There we go. All right. Our last move, our last action for uh, the green team. Let's just use the same guy attacking Big Blue. We really want to get rid of this guy. He's causing problems. Rolling for attack. 2 is a fail. So that's it for the green guys. Now we're going to spend our first token to move our this Spartan here. He will attack this one. We have one more round before this base moves, FYI. So we're attacking. 6 is a hit. Rolling for save. 4 is a save. So no damage taken. All right, spending another one to reattempt that same action. Let's roll for attack. Rolling for attack. 5 is a success. Rolling for a save. 3 is a fail. So, and he was already hurt, which means he gets his red token. Okay, there you go. We're gonna do another chip to do the same thing. Rolling for attack. 2 is a fail. All right, so second to last chip. Let's use Big Blue to attack this one right here. Rolling for attack. 4 is a success, and then once more, one's a fail. So this green dude gets his first wound for today. Okay, our last chip will be. Oh, I forgot. Oh, shoot. He was wounded. It says -1. Okay, too late. I'm going to spend the last chip attacking with a Big Blue again. The same guy, but with a -1 this time. Rolling for attack. 6 is a success. And rolling for saving throw. 4, the -1 on his side, is also still a success. So no progress made. Okay, that's it for round 5. That was round 4. Now we're on to round 5. So let's move the base over here. Way over here. There we go. Again, no points were scored in that one because it was contested the entire time. All right, let's roll off to see who goes first. I'm going to move this just a little bit here. Or let's just put it, yeah, it's right there. Okay, here we go. Oh, scissors beats paper. So the Spartans go first. All right, good. Okay, so the base has moved. Let's get our chips back on the board for our allowance of movement. We will spend the first chip. This guy's going to run over here. And our second movement will be this Spartan. He will, let's see, we have to make sure we have our movement accurately. So 3 inches here, and then another 3 right here. He's going to rush the base. All right, our third chip will be Big Blue himself. He will move 3 here, and another 3 right behind with his marker. Another chip for this Spartan here, 3 up and then 3 behind Big Blue. And the final movement will be this Spartan here, following right behind with his yellow marker. Okay, so now pretty much what we're looking at is a little cluster or a separate. Both sides have been, Spartans are going to be moving to the next objective, and our green dudes are going to be making their attack. So let's spend our first chip for the green dudes. He's going to attack up behind, which is a +2. So, a +1, sorry. Only for attack. And you guys, as you can see, it is a 6 with that bonus. Okay, let's roll for saving throw. 4 is a save. Okay, let's spend another poker chip with this guy attacking this Space Marine right there, which will be a roll here. 4 is a hit. What about the save? That's a save. Okay. Oops. And he does a backflip in frustration. Okay. Another chip spent for, let's move. Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the token. Yikes. That would have mattered anyways. Okay. Well, let's try it again. He's going to attack for the -2. Unfortunately, that is not going to be a success. Okay. Let's spend the chip. Let's move him out of the way a little bit. He's going to run up and attack the same Spartan from behind, rolling the white die. 5 is a success. Now rolling a save for him, but he has a -1 because of that yellow. That's a fail. So he takes, let's see if I can do this without destroying the entire map. He takes his first red, like that. Okay. Actually, it's the other side. There we go. And the yellow here. All right, good. So let's see. We have one more chip to spend. Let's do it. Let's finish him off. So this one who has no injuries right now is going to attack this Marine right there. Rolling for the attack. Let's see. 5 is a hit. -1 on this defend roll. 4 is still a save, so he's fine. Oh no, -2. So he actually is taken out. There we go. We lose our first mini for the game. Now it's the mini's turn. Actually, no, it's not. That's it for round 5. Yeah, so that's why I kept these on the board to see who was first and who was second. And now let's move on to round 6. Let's roll off to see who goes first using our rock paper scissors. Paper beats rock, so it goes back to our green dudes, right? So I'll put these chips back here. I'm going to move this as if the camera is cutting through like in a video game. Let's move it up here, just temporarily off the side. And actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to put it over here. All right. So the green guys go first. This guy is going to rush up here, like so, with his token. That'll cost us 1 chip. The next movement will be this one. He's going to run up from behind. That'll cost us our second one. And our third movement, a third action, will be this guy from behind attacking Big Blue, which will cost us another one. He's going to attack with a -2, actually. That's a fail. Okay. Our next one will be this guy will attack this one. Actually, no, let's attack Big Blue from the front. So Rolling for standard attack. 4 is a hit. Minus one roll for Big Blue here. That's a fail. He is in the red. Like that. Okay, good. We have some progress here. And that was our, I think, last token. Now we are on to the Space Marines. So let's see what to do. Let's move our guy up here. So we'll spend our first chip. He'll shoot down with a +1 because of advantage on his vantage point. Rolling for attack. 4 is a hit. And then for defense, that's a save. -1. You guys can't see it, but he's behind the camera. Let me move the camera a bit. Okay, slightly better. That's the best I can do with my camera arrangement. But basically, there's a guy back here with a yellow, and he failed. He succeeded on the saving throw. Okay, our next chip expenditure will be for this Spartan here. He's going to rush the base and just get up to the front here. That's all we can do with him. Actually, he can shoot. He's going to shoot at this injured green dude right behind that Spartan, if you guys can't see it. We're shooting right now. 5 is a hit. Saving throw with a -1. That's a fail. So he is now in the red. Okay. All right. That's all he can do. We're going to spend another chip to get Big Blue out of there. We're going to have him rush the base right behind. Take that token with him. We're going to spend another chip, to move this lonely Spartan down here up to where Big Blue is. And let's separate that token, not to get confused. And that's all we can do. All right, now on to round 7. Currently, the leader is the Space Marines. Let's roll out to see who goes first. It looks like it's going to be scissors beats paper. So it's once again going to be our green dudes. Chips are back on the field for expenditure. And I'm going to spend the first chip. I'm going to move the goblin, or I'm sorry, the green dude up to the base. Like so. We'll take his token with him. And that switches it up to Nigel, 11. It goes to 11, like that. Okay, so he claims it. Might not be long, though. And our second one will be this guy here. He's going to run up and attack this Space Marine, but with the -2. He's trying to defend the base, obviously, but again, -2 on the attack. That's a complete fail. Does not have any effect whatsoever. Okay, our third movement will be from behind. This guy, who isn't hurt at all, from behind, gets a +1 on this bonus attack. Rolling for attack. That's a fail. 1. Okay. Gonna try again with actually let's move another one up from behind. He's going to attack this Space Marine, but he has a -2 because of the red. 3 is a fail. That's a -1 total. Our last chip will be this guy here. He will go up to the side, but he can't do much. Okay, now it's the Space Marines. Of course, we're going to spend our first chip. Let's see, we're going to have this guy shoot at the one currently occupying the base. So let's roll for attack. He has a +1 advantage because of height. That's a 2. That's a fail, unfortunately. Let's spend another chip to move this Marine here to contest the base, which means it's no longer occupado. All right. And actually, I'm going to move him, have him spin around, do a 360 spin attack the green guy that was occupying it. So rolling for attack. Let's see what happens. 5 is success. -2 on this roll because he is hurt on the defense roll. That is a fail. So we remove this guy here, which means this base is now contested by the Spartans. Okay, spend our next chip to have Big Blue attack this guy right there. Let's roll for attack, but it's a -2 because Big Blue is hurt. That's a fail. Spending another one for Big Blue to try again. -2, that's a 4. With 6 -2 is 4. Rolling for a save. Oh, 4 is a shoot. He's hurt. So -2. That is a fail. So he is removed. I think he was hurt. I probably didn't forget to remove that token from the other guy. Okay, so the green dudes are dwindling. 3 left in the field. We have one more left, one move left in this round for the Spartans. This Spartan's going to turn around and attack the one who's hurt from behind. Rolling for attack. 6 is a success, and then rolling for save, a -2 on it. 2. Ooh, okay, so he's also removed from the field. There we go. So another chip for the Spartans. They claim their second win. Now on to round 8. I want to mention to this half point that I'm not allowing for reinforcements every round. That would make the game go on way too long. So because my time is constrained today, I'm going to just have this keep going until the last one's left standing. So no reinforcements. I'm going to trash that rule just for this video, just from this point. Okay, now on to round 8. Let's see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, it's even. I'm going to roll again. Rock, paint beats scissors. So the Spartans go first. There we go. Okay, first point. We'll spend. Big Blue is going to attack this guy here. And let's roll for attack. He is hurt, so he has -2 on this attack. 1, that's a fail. Let's spend this one for the shooter to attack this guy here with a +1 on the height. Yep, advantage point. That's a 5 total. -1 roll. That's a fail because he is hurt. So he gets a red token for the spot here. Okay, spending another one for the shooter to do it again. Rolling to attack with a +1. 3, that's a fail. Let's roll for, let's pay to attack this. Actually, let's move this Spartan right here. Attack the green dude. And rolling for attack. That is a success. Standard rolls. Okay, so he gets hurt. There you go. All right. So let's spend, I think I was losing count here. My apologies. We have our last movement. Let's move Big Blue. Let's have him do an action. We will have him attack um, the remaining green dude. Rolling for attack with -2 though. That's a fail, but that does not do anything. Okay, this guy has 5 actions, so he can do quite a lot, but with -1. So he's going to attack Big Blue as expected, and rolling for attack with a -1, unfortunately. 3, that's a fail, so he's going to try again with the pip. That's a fail. He's going to try again. Big Blue. That's a success. Big Blue has a -2 penalty in the moment. That's a fail. Big Blue is removed from the field. Okay. And now he's going to run up and contest the base. So let's flip that back to the exclamation mark. Okay. Another one he's going to attack is second to the last movement. This one from behind, that'll give him a, oh, he's yellow, so we gotta move this up here. There we go. So basically it flattens out. He's attacking from behind, we'll give him a +1, but he has a penalty, so it's -1. So basically, whatever the roll is, that's a fail. He's going to try again on the last chip of the round. 4 with a penalty or without the penalty, it's a 5. Saving throw, but with a -1, 5, that's success. So no damage taken. Okay, that's it for round 8. Now we move on to round 9. All right, let's roll to see who goes first in this round. Paper beats rock, so the lone wolf green dude will go first with 5 chips, and he's going to once again attack the first chip spent. He'll attack with a flat roll. That is a success. Saving throw minus. Okay, so this Space Marine gets his first wound for today. Okay, another chip for to attack. Let's roll for a flat roll. 4. That is a success. Can a saving throw succeed? No. So now this Space Marine is hurt, wounded. Okay, let's spend another chip to attack. The same thing. Wants to claim that base. That's a fail. He's going to roll again. His fourth, the final chip. 4 is a hit. Rolling for save. That's a fail. So he loses the Space Marines removed from the field, and he contests the base. So now, I think that was it. Yeah, even if I lost count, he can't do anything right now. He can't move. I couldn't really do much for him. Okay, now it's the Space Marines. So this guy obviously is going to contest the base. We'll flip that to contested and attack the remaining green dude. Rolling for attack. That is a success. -1 now because it's not an ambush. So -1 on the saving throw. That is a fail. So now he is hurt. Oh my gosh, I completely missed. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I forgot. I had one guy sitting right here the entire time. I did not see him. Okay, well, anyways, I think I was rightfully focused on the uh, contested spot, but I should have moved him up. So, anyways, he is hurt. Um, one more attack. Let's spend another chip. The shooter, actually, let's shoot from here. So +1 on this roll. That is a success. Can -2 on the saving roll. That's 4-3. So that's removed. He is defeated, and the base is contested. All right. So let's remove this dice and let's see. The shooter's gonna go. We're gonna pay another chip to take down this guy here. All right. Rolling for attack with +1 on the roll. Oh my gosh. That is a success, but he has a -2 on a save. That's a fail. And so that means the green dude is removed, and that earns round 9 goes to the um, the Space Marines. So I'm curious. Let's do a little change here. Now we're on to round 10. I'm going to do a little gap here, and I will provide reinforcements, but one guy appears for the green team. All right. Now let him go first. We won't do a roll off here. All right. So he gets the first move. I'm just having a little experiment here. We'll move him up to here. That's his first chip. And then he is going to strike from behind with a +1. When attack, that's a 4, so that's success. Rolling for a save, that's a fail. So there we go. And then his next move is to attack the same guy. Let's roll for attack, +1 bonus. That's a fail. Let's do it again. Spin a chip. That's a fail. Let's do it again. Second to last chip. That's another fail. Last chip left. That is a success. Rolling for a save. That is a success, actually. Okay. So that's all for this random green dude that appeared from nowhere. Probably was late for the bus. And now it is up to the Spartans. This guy's going to hop down. That's all he can do for his first move. This one's going to turn around and attack He's going to attack the green dude and saying this was not in the script. Rolling for attack. That's a fail. Let's try again. Actually, let's have him shoot the, I keep wanting to say goblin. Okay, that is success. Rolling for a save. That's a fail, so he takes his first wound, like so. All right, he's going to shoot again. That's a success. Rolling for a save with a -1, though. That's a fail. So we give him the red. Go. Okay. Spin on chip. You can go up to and melee him, like so. Rolling for attack. That's a fail. So that's all he can do. That was it for the round. Okay. Round 11. The marker moves to here, but it was contested by the Spartans because I purposely did not move him close enough. He went straight to battle. So now we're gonna roll off to see who goes first. This will be rock, paper, scissors beats paper. So the Spartans go first. Okay. The Spartans will actually he's going to attack this guy. They're in the lead by a lot, so he's going to continue attacking. So we'll spend the chip for that. Rolling for attack with a -1 because he has the yellow. That's a fail. Rolling again with a -1. That's a success. Rolling for a save with a -2. And he is taken out. Officially, the Space Marines are victorious in this complete cluster of a game. So um, that's it. That's it. That's all. So basically, the total count was 4. The Space Marines occupied the base total of 4 rounds uncontested, if my math is correct, which probably isn't. So yeah, that was a complete mess, but that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as always. Um, I'm very, very, very tempted to finish my rules. I have a very rough document made because again, I'm branching off of VSSR and I want to use this method of having a bank of points to spend to activate your figures whoever you want. Because again, less tokens on the field, it's easier for me to try. It's easier for me to play. If I have these tokens all over the place, and minis get into a little skirmish, a little melee battle, it's hard to track, keeping track of tokens because again, my big hands, I'm gonna knock stuff over. So the point system is great. Maybe I might roll it like a d6 plus 2 or 3, and that's how many movements or actions you can do for any figure you want. So let me know what you guys think of that idea. But again, I'm gonna continue to work on my own game. Don't have a name yet, but again, it's loosely based on VSSR, and I'm excited to try it out and hopefully in a few videos from now. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.